Hi guys, so I'm going to share with you today my health food store haul. I just got back from Good and Natural health food store in Steinbach, Manitoba, and I stocked up my pantry. We're starting our Mom Recharge Method program right away, and I do that myself as well as along with my clients. I do this a few times a year just to kind of dial it in, get feeling good, get ready for summer. And so I make sure that I stock up my pantry with the essentials that I need that are going to keep me going. I also like to go through my pantry and either hide, like tuck away any of those energy draining foods that maybe have crept in, or just get rid of them. So I'm going to show you the things that I stock my pantry with, and I will show you them real quick, and then I'll come back and I'll share with you why I like to purchase some of those items and what I use them for as well. Almond flour, aluminum-free baking soda, natural sliced almonds, Himalayan table salt, pitted dates, organic cranberries, organic coconut flour, organic natural sesame seeds, wheat-free baking powder, organic flame raisins, organic brown flax seeds, sorghum flour, organic coconut sugar, fresh ground almond butter, fresh ground peanut butter, clover honey, raw unpasteurized, wildflower honey, raw local unpasteurized, organic black chia seeds. So first I'm going to start with the flours that I love. So since going gluten-free, ditching the wheat flours, I still love to make cookies and bars, muffins and things like that on occasion. But if you can use better ingredients, it's a whole lot better for you. It's not going to drain your energy. It's going to have you feeling good still. So you can have a happy medium. You can still have your cookies and you can still be healthy. So there's my three favorites. Actually, my top two are the almond flour and the coconut flour. And this is one that I've recently been trying out and I'm enjoying, is the sorghum flour. And I've also got a pancake recipe in the ebook that uses a sorghum flour. First, let's talk about coconut flour and why I love it. So it differs quite a bit from your regular refined wheat flour in that it is high in fiber, high in protein, and high in healthy fats. So that makes a big difference there. One thing I want to mention with coconut flour, you can't just swap it one for one in a regular recipe that uses wheat flour. It is a lot more absorbent, so you need quite a bit more liquid. So I recommend that you follow a recipe that actually calls for coconut flour. There are a lot of them out there, a lot of great recipes. Just look on Pinterest, Facebook, or if you've got a certain recipe you're looking for with coconut flour, just ask me. I probably have some as well. And the next one I love is almond flour. Actually, I love almonds in general. You'll see that I got fresh ground almond butter as well as the sliced almonds. So with any nuts, you want to store them right. You'll notice that most stores will store their almond flour just on the shelf. Their nuts are just on the shelf. At Good and Natural, they keep them in the fridge, so they're much fresher. And with their almond butter, you can actually buy it fresh ground. So that's amazing. It tastes better, but most importantly, it's better for you. The oils in nuts and seeds start to go rancid fairly quickly. You just want it as fresh as possible. So almonds in general are known as a brain food. They improve memory and thinking. And they're just amazing for brain health, partly because of their fat content. Also their mineral content. They're high in potassium, copper, manganese, riboflavin, vitamin E, and also they're high in fiber too. And high in quality protein, I don't think I mentioned either. They can also help with weight loss. They help stop sugar cravings. So even like a handful, if you try to get in a handful of nuts each day, you'll notice that can make a big difference. People are often so scared of the fat content in them that it'll make them gain weight, but having those nuts, a few nuts every day, can actually help you to reduce your weight. They're great for pregnancy as well. The folic acid content, as well as tons of other vitamin and minerals, are super important for pregnancy, for baby's health. And next up is sorghum flour. It's something you don't probably see quite as often. A few reasons I love it is high in protein, also high in fiber, high in iron and B vitamins, and it's also an antioxidant. So it will help with inflammation and any free radical damage that's going on. It'll help to offset that. It also is lower on the glycemic index compared to other similar refined flours. So it's going to help keep your blood sugar a lot more stable, which helps with so many things, with cravings, with mood, things like that. So this is another good one. Still talking about baking, this is sweetener that I love in baking, organic coconut sugar. So it's a great alternative to white sugar, brown sugar. It's in a few different cookie recipes that I love. You can put it in sauces. You can actually grind it up in your blender to make it sort of like a powdered sugar. If you want to make like an icing, if you're doing like a cinnamon bun or something for a special occasion, that works out really good. And another sweetener that I really like is honey, and so I've got two different kinds of honey here. These are local honey, and I want you to make sure it's unpasteurized, and as a bonus, local is good to have too. So many benefits to having unpasteurized local honey. So the reason I like it raw, unpasteurized, is that there's so many benefits to bee pollen, and once you pasteurize it, a lot of that is lost, as well as a lot of the vitamins and minerals, the enzymes. So all of that's intact still until you pasteurize it. So I highly recommend raw, unpasteurized, and local. All vitamins and minerals are intact. Raw honey also has antiviral and antifungal properties. It contains powerful antioxidants. It helps ward off allergies, and it can boost immune function. So there's 4 top sweeteners that I'll use in any sort of treats or anything like that. So honey, you want it to be unpasteurized, and as bonus, you want it to be local. Coconut sugar, I'll use a little bit. I use a little bit of pure maple syrup. And also you can do dates. You can do date paste, or even just dates if it's something that's getting pureed up anyways. Since we're already talking about dates, this is actually one of my favorite pantry staples as well. So pitted dates. I love these because you can just eat them. It's like nature's candy. You can just eat them as is. I like to have them with nuts usually, so you can do them in like a trail mix, chop them up or have them like that. Something that I really love is apple slices. Then I'll have dates chopped up, and sometimes I'll do like a drizzle of peanut butter or almond butter or some peanuts with it, but even just apple and dates and cinnamon, and it tastes like a caramel apple. So love that. You can, if you have a food processor or a really good blender, you can do Lara bars with those. So all you need is dates and nuts or seeds. 1 cup, 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 cup dates, 1 cup nuts and seeds. They're really good. My kids love them too. A really good snack for on the go. And then for other dried fruits that I love raisins, and I love dried cranberries as well. I love these from Good & Natural because they are sweetened with organic apple juice instead of sugar. Most cranberries in grocery stores have quite a bit of sugar. They also use not great oils too. So Good & Natural always has quality ingredients in it, so you don't really have to worry about checking the ingredients as much as you do in grocery stores, because they actually do that work for you. Anything that they bring in, they make sure it's quality, it's high quality. So these are a couple good options. For myself, if I want something sweet, usually it's in the evening, I kind of crave something sweet, so I will grab a few of these. Or for my kids too, for snack time, we often do like a snack platter, so I'll put like a little bit of dried fruit, some nuts, maybe one of the cookies or something, maybe some veggie sticks. These are all great options just to have. You want to have these stocked in your pantry. One more thing too. So I mentioned a little bit before about the cereal that I have. So it's not really cereal, but it's kind of my replacement. So I will do some different dried fruits and nuts and seeds, and I'll put that in a bowl. It's fairly filling, so I don't fill it up as much as I would have if I had like Cheerios or something like that. Sometimes I'll also add in, if I feel like some carbs, I'll add in some extra carbs, I guess. I'll add in a rice cake and I'll break that up. We keep those on hand sometimes too. They're gluten-free and a nice quick snack. So I'll break that up. Sometimes it'll just be dried fruit and nuts, and then I pour almond milk over top of it. A sprinkle of cinnamon is good too, and it's a nice replacement if you're craving cereal. And back to the baking with the flours. So a couple other things when I do cookies and bars and muffins, you want quality baking soda and baking powder. So these ones are great. Baking soda, most of it has aluminum in it, and that's something you really don't want in your body. So aluminum-free baking soda is great. And also with baking powder, you want to make sure if you're gluten-free, you want to make sure it is a wheat-free baking powder. And for salt, I recommend you get rid of the regular table salt and switch to a pink Himalayan salt is great. So table salt is highly processed, it's stripped, and it's left with just sodium chloride, plus often anti-caking agents and things that you just don't want. So the pink sea salt is still intact. It is filled with 84 minerals that are just going to help support your body, help all different bodily functions, and it's raw and unrefined. So this is a great option. Another one of my favorite pantry staples is chia seeds. Chia seeds pack a nutritional punch. They actually are native of Mexico, and the term chia in Mayan culture actually means strength. They can be eaten raw, so I like them either sprinkled on top of my cereal or on top of a dairy-free yogurt or on a salad, or they can be made into like a chia pudding. They can even be put in water, made into like a chia drink. In Mexico, they call it chia fresca. They can be added to baking recipes. They can be added to smoothies. And they're actually, if you're egg-free because you're vegan, or if you're egg-free because you've got an egg intolerance, they're great to have too because they act as an egg replacer. I think it's 1 tablespoon of chia to 1 or 2 tablespoons of water. And it soaks up, it gels up, and it acts like a binding agent, like an egg would in a recipe. Chia seeds are great for their omega-3 fatty acid profile. They're a great source of protein. They are a great source of healthy fat, and they're also a great weight loss aid. So they are one reason, they're high in fiber, and they're also very filling. So you'll notice if you ever put them in water, they really swell up, so they help you to feel full. These also are a great antioxidant too, so they'll help stop that free radical damage. You can also make like a quick breading out of them. You do chia seeds and almond flour and some garlic powder, and you can use that as a breading on chicken or fish, and it's really good. Chia seeds are also packed with calcium. So many people ask, where do I get my calcium from since cutting out dairy? And actually, gram for gram, chia seeds have as much dairy or more than most dairy products. And I've got 2 more of my favorites. So flax seeds is a staple in our house. I actually have a little container. It's kind of like a Tupperware. It's got 3 different sections. So I do flax seeds, chia seeds, and hemp seeds in it. So my kids love to have an oatmeal that I make them. We just do simply oats. I'll let them choose from which seeds they want, and we'll put in some maple syrup. Sometimes I'll put in some coconut milk or even a little bit of coconut oil for more healthy fats, and hot water. And to sweeten it, either honey or maple syrup, like I said. And so it's nice because they can pick what they want out of it. They'll pick which seeds. And it's also nice because I just pull that out, and when I'm making a smoothie, I like to put in some I actually ground these up. Ground flaxseed, hemp seeds, and chia seeds. I'll add a little bit of, sometimes all of it, sometimes different seeds depending on the day. So flax seeds, you can eat them whole like this, but they're just going to act as a fiber. It's just going to go right through you. So it's a good fiber source like this, but I recommend actually grinding them up. So I have a coffee grinder that I don't actually use really for coffee, but I love it for if I want to grind up chia seeds or flax seeds. Chia seeds you don't have to grind up unless you need a chia seed flour, but I do recommend it for flax seeds. So you might be wondering, why don't I buy just ground up flax? I prefer it this way because it stays a lot more fresh. When you buy the ground up flax seeds, it's ground up in the factory, then it's transported, and it takes quite a while, and then it's sitting on the shelf, and it starts to lose some of its healthy fats, some of its nutritional profile. So this is the better way to go. Buy it like this, and you can grind it up in a coffee grinder or even in a blender, especially if you're having it in a smoothie. Throw some of these in the bottom of the blender first without anything else in it. It'll make it into a powder, and then you can add your smoothie ingredients. So I'll grind up a bunch in my coffee grinder, and then I keep it for about a week. It stays good. I keep it in the fridge and use it like that. So why do I love flax seeds? So these are known to be like a superfood. The main reason I love them is for their omega-3 profile. We have got in our diet, in our society, we've got way too high omega-6 to 3 ratio. And that actually causes a lot of problems. So if we can get in more omega-3, that's huge. So flax seeds are a great source. And lastly, hemp seeds are another staple in our house. So similar to the other seeds, they are a great source of fiber, protein, healthy fats. They also are great for omega-3 fats, which we always need more of. They're great in smoothies, they're great in baking, and they're also great for boosting your metabolism. With that combo of fiber, protein, and healthy fat, they're a great weight loss aid. So actually 3 tablespoons, so I like to say 1 serving is about 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds. That's equal to 10 grams of protein. So I love having this, especially in a morning smoothie. I'll put in usually about 3 tablespoons in my morning smoothie, and that gives you a great start to the day. They also are a great source of magnesium, which is a mineral that most of us are deficient in. And I also like to put them in, like I said before, in my kids' oatmeal to add in some healthy fats, some omega-3 fat, some protein. And for my morning smoothie, my superfood smoothie, a great option is I'll like to do a cup of berries. I'll do 3 tablespoons of this. And I either will add in extra protein in either a quality protein powder or collagen powder. And then I'll add in a little bit of coconut milk for healthy fat, and then either top it with water. So I already talked a little bit about why I love almonds and almond butter, and especially getting it fresh ground from Good and Natural. But I also love peanut butter. If you've seen me talk about my peanut butter protein bars, I've been eating those for so long. They're my morning favorite. Either I'll have that and coffee, the peanut butter protein bars and coffee, or I'll have my morning superfood smoothie. So I also, since I eat so much of those protein bars, I do like to switch it up with different nut butters or seed butters as well. Peanut butter is great for so many reasons, but it can also, it's a higher source of omega-6, so you do want to have it in moderation. But it is a great protein source, great fat source. And I do have my favorite peanut butter protein bar recipe in the ebook as well for you. And that is my Good and Natural grocery haul for today. I am going to make up my nut and seed bars right now. I'm going to make up some trail mixes and put them in little baggies for myself and for the kids. And the nuts and dried fruit, I'm going to put them into jars. So actually most of it I like to put into clear jars so that I can see it. I go into my pantry if I'm hungry, then I know, then I can see what I've got to snack on instead of going for something that's not so healthy. So I hope you enjoyed that video today, and I hope you're going to enjoy the recipes that I'm going to be posting and sharing with you live as well. I'll do that in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching, guys.